All right. Hi everyone. Am I live? Can you all see me? Okay. Hi everyone. Very good afternoon. Shruti, very good afternoon. Okay. So tell me, how many of you yeah, how was the exam? How many of you gave the exam? How was your paper? Hi Manish. Hi everyone. Very good afternoon. So, yes. Are you guys super excited? Are you guys excited? We're going to finally do this topic of earthworm, which I promised you that we will be quickly covering. And yes. So I've got people from my F batch. Or kon aaya hai? Who else is here? Let me see. 19 of you are here. Alright, so let's begin. As I had told you, as I promised you, we would be covering earthworm and cockroach also. These are two important topics which do come in your NEET paper, although it might not be defined in the syllabus, but questions do come. Questions do come. Hi Nishta. Hi Pranal. Pranav, first we do these parts, and then if as the schedules are put, we will be completing it. Hi Priyanshu. Perfect. All right, kids. So it is time now we head on with the earthworm study. All of those who are new to this channel, I would like to introduce you to myself. I'm Dr. Sindur, NEET Zoology expert at Vedantu. I have done my BHMS from Dr. D.Y. Patil College in Pune. And yeah, so I've done my BHMS. I've also been mentoring kids from the past 10 years to crack their NEET exams in the zoology section. And now we quickly come to this whole study of earthworm. Now this earthworm question, not necessarily is it asked every day, but or in every year, but yes, occasionally they do pop the question of earthworm. But one thing is there, whatever question they ask about earthworm, it is a very simple question, and in fact it is a question which is already always there in your NCERT textbook. So it is just wise that you go through your NCERT textbook, know what's there, just so that when you go to the examination hall, you should not be thinking, oh no, what if they ask a question on earthworm? We don't want that kind of situation to come up, right? So yes, you will be getting these notes. It's in a PDF form. You will be getting it on the Telegram channel. Don't worry about it. As you've been getting all the other notes. All the other notes also immediately the very same day I'm posting it on the Telegram channel. You'll be getting exactly the same here. Okay. Earthworm is not in syllabus you're saying, but many times can you go back and see that MCQs do come for earthworm. Okay. Many MCQs do come. Alright, so let's start. Okay, first of all, as per NCERT flow, we are going just so that you know the textbook properly. Okay, now we see here that first of all, they're gonna do external features. Then we go on to 1-1 system. Alright, and in the systems, the major things that you need to know is not the functioning of the system. You need to know the labelings, what are the systems made up of, and where are they placed in the body. That is basically what you need to be knowing. Alright, so let's begin with the very first part, and that is external features of earthworm. How's the Josh, everyone? Remember, even all of those who has given your term 2 exam today, that's not your final goal, which is exactly why at 2:30 today only I kept the session. I want you to know, just by giving term 2, you have not conquered the world. Your main exam is still left, and that is your NEET paper. Yes, everyone? Alright, so first of all, earthworm has got a long cylindrical body, right? It is reddish brown in color, and it is a terrestrial, found on land, invertebrate. Okay, terrestrial invertebrate. Now, Also, it inhabits the upper layers of the moist soil, which is rich in decaying organic matter. You know that earthworms are basically called as farmers' friends, and we will see that there is a specific reason for that. Okay, it is always found in the upper layers of the moist soil. All right, even sometimes when you bring plants at home and soil is there in the plant, in the pot that you brought, in a little while you see that earthworms are there already in that, because maybe in the soil only it was there. So yes, they are found in the upper layers of the soil, and their food is going to be what? Okay, they are going to be eating up, their food is the dead organic matter. They are going to consume that dead organic matter, which is why it is called as a farmer, the friend of the farmer, right? They are nocturnal, means that during the daytime the earthworms are living in burrows. Okay, now the burrows means basically like khadda, okay, like a depression inside the soil. So it is the earthworm only who is making that depression. It is making a way for itself to enter inside the soil. So we see that during daytime it's going to be living in burrows. Okay, and how was those burrows made? The burrows are made by, they pierce inside the soil and they swallow the soil. They pierce inside the soil, they swallow the soil. Alright. Now, when you go to large gardens, okay, the people who are familiar with the soil, with the garden and areas, they will be able to tell you, oh look, earthworm has gone from here. Because in gardens, you're able to trace them because of their fecal matter. Okay, so as I told you, they're going to keep swallowing the soil. If they're keeping on swallowing the soil, naturally their fecal matter will also be coming out. Now those fecal deposits which are found in the soil from the earthworm are going to be called as worm castings. These are what we call as worm castings. Is this clear? Is this clear? Worm casting. Alright. Now why do they do this? Because as I told you, they need to make burrows. They need to live inside the soil. Most of the time they are found inside the soil, right? So inside the soil, they need to make a way for themselves. And to make a way, they're going to do it by making burrow, and they need to create a space. So in order to create a space, they will swallow the soil. Alright, and if they're swallowing the soil, they will be removing it through their fecal matter. And that's exactly why, because of their constant movement in the soil, they are able to aerate the soil. The soil gets a little bit loose, and you know that if the soil is loose, it gives more, it's always better for the growing plants. Also, because it is going to be ingesting all the dead, decayed organic matter, we say that these are friends of the farmers, right? Alright. Now the two important examples which are seen in India are two. They've given you in NCERT textbook. You can underline them, highlight them. One is Pheretima. The second one is Lumbricus. Okay. So now today we are going to be detailing studying the structure of Pheretima earthworm. Clear? Pheretima is what we will be studying about today. Now, seeing the external features of the earthworm, we are going to start with the whole body. Now, when you have learned the chapters of animal kingdom, you must have heard of the word segmentation, right? So, over here, the body is segmented, and that too, the external, whatever segments you are able to see, external segments. Similarly, even inside the body, the earthworm has got segmentations, right? So, that's why, since we can say that external segmentation is coinciding with the internal segmentation, what do we call this as? What do we call this as? When external segmentation coincides with internal segmentation, what do we call this as? Who's going to tell me that answer? What is it called as? It is called as, everyone, who's going to tell me this answer? External segmentation coinciding with internal. It's called as metamerism. Very good, Satakshi. It's called as metamerism. So, since that phenomenon is called as metamerism, we see here each segment will be called as a metamere. Okay, each segment is called as a metamere, and a total number of 100 to 120 segments are present. Total number of 100 to 120 segments are present. Okay, now, can you see in this worm that is there right here, Okay, they have drawn a line in the middle. Can you see that? That line is present in the middle of the earthworm. Okay, that line is actually indicating a dorsal side. So if you have an earthworm in front of you and you want to see whether what is the ventral side, which is the dorsal side, when you see that middle line that's there, that is indicating that it is the dorsal side. And it is nothing but the dorsal blood vessel. So there's a dark median, mid-dorsal line, which is called as the dorsal blood vessel. So everyone, the next time you have an earthworm in front of you, you will be able to at least tell which is its dorsal surface, which is its ventral surface. Which is the surface with the dark line, children, tell me? Which is that surface with the dark line? Is it dorsal or is it ventral? Quickly tell me in the chat box. Which is the surface with the dark line? Dorsal or ventral? Yes, very good. It is the dorsal surface that's going to have the dark line, and that is nothing but a blood vessel. Now, coming to the openings present on the external surface of the earthworm. Openings. Okay. So, we see here dorsal surface, so we saw it had a black line. The ventral surface has got genital openings. Now, tell me, earthworm, what do you think? Is it hermaphrodite or is it unisexual? Just now, Gyan, you're not late. Earthworm, hermaphrodite, is it or is it unisexual? Very good. So basically the earthworm has got both sexes, the male and the female, both organs are present in the same organism, right? So ventral surface has got all the genital openings, whether we're talking about the male or whether we're talking about the female genital openings. Okay, now the anterior end has a mouth. Okay, mouth, the opening, it's called as the prostomium. Stoma means opening, mouth, right? Prostomium is the anterior end which has the mouth. Alright, so this right here, what you're seeing, you see this part here, this is the prostomium. Can you see that the mouth is located in the prostomium? Alright, is the prostomium seen to be, is it a segment? Is this prostomium, is it a segment? No, it is not a segment. Okay, it is not a segment. It is not a true segment. What is it? It is just something like a flap. It's just a flap-like apparatus which is covering the mouth, you can say. Okay, can you see it is like a protection on the mouth, right? Then this prostomium, basically it has a sensory in function. Okay, prostomium is sensory in function. Okay, now yes. Now, after prostomium, we come to, prostomium is just covering the mouth. It's not a segment. So, let's start with the very first segment. The very first segment is called as the peristomium. Okay, that is the peristomium. That is the part which has the mouth. So, prostomium was covering the mouth. Peristomium contains the mouth. So, where is the mouth in the first segment? What is the first segment called as? Peristomium. Okay, mouth, or you can call it even as the buccal segment. Okay, then what does this do? It is going to surround the mouth and the prostomium. So, as you can see here, alright, let's just change that color. Yeah, so here is the mouth. Okay, here is the prostomium. That's the prostomium on top of the mouth, and we see that the fourth segment is going to be called as the peristomium, and it is covering that whole part. It is covering the mouth also, it is covering the prostomium also. So it is found all around the mouth. Since it is found all around the mouth, we call it as peristomium, because peri means all around. Is this clear, everyone? Is this clear, everyone? Peri means all around. That's why it is covered around the mouth. Okay? Alright. Many times questions do come. I just don't want any of you to be scared in the examination. So no harm in just, going through this context. Okay, now, as you all must have seen, whenever you see a whenever you see a earthworm, there is one region in the middle which is quite different. Okay, it is quite thick and it looks a little different from the rest of the body, right? And this region which you're seeing here is called as the clitellum. That region is called as the clitellum, or you may call it as the cingulum. Alright, clitellum or cingulum. Now in a mature worm, okay, where is this found? It is found in between segments number 14, 15 and 16. Segments number 14, 15, 16 are going to be covered. Okay, so this what you're seeing here is basically a covering present on 14, 15 and 16. Okay, and it is a covering, and it is covering of glandular tissue. So glandular tissue, kids, this itself you should be understanding. If it is glandular, it's going to be secreting something. Now when is it secreting? For what is it secreting? We will study in a little while. Fine, thodi der mein I'll let you know what that is all about. But because of the presence of this clitellum, that which segments clitellum, children, tell me in the chat box. Come on, everyone in the chat box, which segments have the clitellum? Segment number in the chat box. What are the segments that have the clitellum? Segments number 14, 15 and 16. Very good. So they are covered with a glandular tissue. Excellent. That is called as the clitellar region of the earthworm. Anything before that, everything before that is called as the preclitellar region. Okay, and everything after that, all the way up to segment number 120, will be called as the postclitellar region. So earthworm can be divided into three parts. One is the preclitellar, clitellar and postclitellar. Clear, everyone? Clitellar region, clitellum is present in segment number 14, 15 and 16. Now, as you can see this nice diagram, very, very understandable diagram. We can see here, this over here is the covering, that's the prostomium. Then will be over here the opening, that is the mouth. Okay, opening is going to be called as the mouth over here. This is where the mouth will be. Then around the mouth lies the first segment. We call the first segment as the peristomium. So this over here, this is your first segment, peristomium. Then next to the first segment is the second segment. Now what I want you to see is between the first and second segment. Okay, between the first and second segment, there is a septa. There is a septa. Okay, I'll just color it in black and make it thick. This over here is a septa. One more septa. Where are these septa present? These septa are present between two segments. They are present between two segments. So what will we call them as? Intersegmental septa. Is this clear? Is this clear? It is present between two septa. So it is a septa is present between two segments. That's why these are called as intersegmental septae. Clear? Is this clear, everyone? Alright. Now what I want you to see here. There are four pairs of spermatical apertures. What is spermatical aperture? Spermatical apertures are going to be structures where sperms will be stored. Alright, structures where sperms will be stored are called as spermatical apertures. Now where are they? Let's highlight those regions. They are present. Okay, they are going to be present. Look here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is one side. But then the other side of the earthworm will also have, both the sides will have these pores present. Okay, so these pairs, what are they? They are situated on the ventrolateral sides of what? Of the intersegmental grooves. Intersegmental grooves. Between which segments? Between the segments number. Let's highlight that as yellow. Segments number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're talking about 5 segments. We are talking about 5 segments. And in between 5 segments, there are 4 septa. There are 4 septa. On each septa, which is the septa we're talking about? Let's make that red. Let's color that red. Which segment are we talking about? Look here. First septa between 5 and 6. Second septa. This is the third. And this is the fourth septa. So on all 4 septa, there are small grooves present. And those grooves are nothing but spermatical apertures. Those are going to be where sperms will be stored. Is this clear, everyone? And they are going to be on both the sides. Every segment has septa, Negyan. Between 2 segments, there will be a septa. Between 2 segments, there will always be a septa. Always. But the septa over here are a little special. They have grooves. Alright. Okay. So now look. As you can see over here, the Clytela region. This is the Clytela region. So kids, which segments are these over here? If this is the Clytela, these are going to be segments number 14, 15 and 16. Right? 14, 15 and 16 segments, those are going to be. Perfect. Now, this is segment number 1 as it's written in the Prostomium. Here also, right. So, here is the Clytellum. This is the Clytellum and this is going to be segment number 1. Okay. So, these are basically two earthworms they have taken into consideration. Over here, one is going to be, they're going to label you the male and the second will be labeling you for the female. Okay. So, look over here, kids. There are a pair of male genital pores. Male genital pores. Where are they? Let's see. Color them in yellow. Male genital pores. Is this viewable, kids? Are you able to see this? Male genital pores. Okay. The male genital pores are located in which segment? In the 18th segment. 18th segment you can find the male genital pores. Then that's a pair. In female there is a single female genital pore and it is situated in the mid ventral line of 14th segment. So female pore, here it is. Now female pore 14th segment means it is going to be in the Clytela region. Okay, it is on the Clytela region. So here it is. This is 14th segment and this is the female pore. Did you all understand where the male pore is and where the female pore is? Male pore 18th segment, female pore 14th segment. Okay. Then what else do you find on the external surface of the earthworm? There are small pores. Okay, or small openings can be found. Those are called as Nephritio Pores. Tell me children, Nephritio means what function is it going to do? Nephritio will indicate what function will it be doing? It will be doing the work of excretion. It will be doing the work of excretion. Perfect. So there are many Nephritio pores we are going to be learning about, starting from 3rd segment all the way till the last segment. Okay. Now, what do we see here? For locomotion, okay, for locomotion, the earthworm has got the S-shaped setae. S-shaped setae. Can you see this over here? All of these S-shaped setae are present so that it can allow the earthworm to locomote. Okay, but the setae is present in all the 120 segments except the first segment, okay, the last segment okay, and the Clytela. Now, can you see here the last segment is given a name, okay, and we will call it as the pygidium. Okay, last segment is also called as pygidium. Clear, everyone? So we've got in each body segment except the first, the last and the Clytela. Alright, the first segment, last segment, 14, 15, 16 segment don't have S-shaped setae. Rest of the whole earthworm has got. What is the setae meant for? So that it can be protruded or retracted. So just like how you can make your foot move forward and backward, same way the earthworm can protrude or retract the setae so that it can locomote. Clear? Next we come to anatomy of the earthworm. I'm going exactly in the same flow as your NCERT textbook. Alright. Now, seeing from outermost region till the inner. Okay. Let's talk about the different layers. The very first layer we see. Okay. The very first layer, the outermost layer, and that is a cuticle. It is non-cellular. So it is a non-cellular cuticle. If you guys remember from Animal Kingdom, this is the moist cuticle through which the earthworm is respiring. It's breathing. Alright. Then, second segment or second layer from out is the epidermis. Second layer is the epidermis. Okay. Then, third layer. This is the outer muscular layer. Now, just like humans, even over here you will find circular and longitudinal muscles. The only difference here is that the outer layer is circular and the inner layer is longitudinal. So yes, even the earthworms have got outer and inner muscular layers, but the outer one is circular, inner one is longitudinal, right? And the last, the fifth layer, that is called as nothing but the Celamic Epithelium, because inside there is your coelom, the body cavity. Okay, so the Celamic Epithelium, it is also known as the parietal, it is the peritoneum. The peritoneum, the region which is covering all the organs inside the body. Clear? Cutaneous respiration. Excellent. Okay, so instead of everybody worrying about earthworm being deleted or not deleted or whatever, can we just continue with the portion? If at all it is going to be asked, you should not be in a difficult situation. If it's asked, I don't think you can stand up in the middle of the examination and tell your examiner, why have you asked earthworm? It's not there in syllabus. Can we do this? You tell me, can we do this? Just imagine that. You're writing the exam and you're seeing that, oh, earthworm, stand up and tell your examiner. ये क्यों पूछा? ये तो नहीं था syllabus में. निकालो. Alright. So now, talking about the epidermis. Epidermis is a single layer of columnar epithelial cells. Columnar epithelium, just like you have in your body. Okay. And the epidermis layer means this layer. Where is epidermis? Here. This part over here. Okay. So this epidermis layer, sorry. Okay. This part over here. Epidermis layer has got columnar epithelium which is going to be secretory. Alright. Clear, everyone? Let's move on to the very first system, and that is the digestive system. Now, in digestive system, there are a couple of things that you will need to be learning. So, yes, please, let's get going with that. I have marked the numbers of the segments. So, what is important here is, you know that there are 120 segments. You don't need to worry about each and every segment. Let's worry first about what are the initial parts of the segments where all the different digestive organs are present. Okay, let's cover those first. So look over here. The very first segment, okay, in the terminal region, you know that is present the mouth. The mouth is present. So mouth is basically terminal in region. Okay, mouth is opening into the buccal cavity, and the buccal cavity is ranging right from segment 1 till segment number 3. Okay, buccal cavity is from segment 1 till segment number 3. Okay, alright. Then buccal cavity is now going to be opening into or leading to a muscular pharynx. Now, why is this pharynx muscular? When we learn about certain of the excretory systems, you will understand why pharynx is muscular. But this muscular pharynx is located on segment number 4. So 1 to 3 is buccal cavity. Segment number 4 is where the pharynx is. Then the pharynx then opens up into a narrow esophagus. Okay, a small narrow tube which is called as the esophagus. And the esophagus is ranging from segment number 5, 6 and 7. So 5, 6 and 7 esophagus. Then esophagus is then going to continue into a muscular gizzard. Now what is the gizzard function going to be? Tell me. What is the function of the gizzard going to be? Just like in cockroach, even the gizzard over here is going to grind the soil particles. As I told you that when the earthworm is burrowing in the soil, it keeps on digesting, or intake of the soil keeps going in. Now soil is going to be having so many multiple things inside it. So the gizzard is going to be an apparatus which is grinding that soil, crushing that soil. Exactly, yes. And along with doing all this, with grinding and crushing, it is also going to be taking in any of the dead materials. So whatever the leaves are there which are dead, any dead organisms, everything the earthworm will be ingesting it. Okay. Then after the gizzard comes the stomach. Stomach is ranging from segment number 9 all the way till segment number 14. 9 to 14 is the stomach. 14 onwards comes the intestine. Okay, intestine lasts from 15th segment. So this is where the intestine is going to start. From 15th segment all the way till, no matter how long that earthworm is going to be, obviously you know the anus will be at the last, the terminal segment. Whether it has 100 segments, 115 segments or 120 segments. The anus will be on the last segment. So the intestine will always last from segment number 15 till the last one. Okay. Then inside this intestine region, 15 till last, within that region, on segment number 26 are going to be present intestinal caecae. Now what is intestinal caecae going to do? Intestinal caecae are, they're going to be secreting. Okay, so naturally secretions will help in further digestion. Now, certain points I would like to tell you about the stomach. Okay, about the stomach, there are certain points you need to be knowing. So let's do that. When we talk about the stomach, alright, the stomach has got these glands which are called as calciferous. They are called as calciferous glands. Okay, calciferous glands. So these calciferous glands, what are they going to do? You know that they are ingesting humus. You know that they are ingesting humus. Humus has got humic acid. Humic acid inside it. Okay, so what, because of inside the soil. So whatever humic acid has come inside, the calciferous glands present in the stomach will help to neutralize it. It's going to be helping to neutralize the humic acid. Clear? It's going to be helping to neutralize the humic acid. Okay? Kids, what is humus? What is humus, kids? Tell. What is humus? It's a part of soil. It's a part of soil. Humus is, in fact, it is the organic part, the organic component of soil. Okay, it is the organic component of soil. That is what humus is. And that is what the earthworm is ingesting, soil. So obviously if soil is going in, humus goes in. Humus contains humic acid, acidic. Does the earthworm want something acidic inside its digestive system? No. So that's why the stomach has calciferous glands which will help to neutralize that acid. Okay, then when we talk about the intestine, okay, when we talk about the intestine. Now intestine, I told you, starts from segment number. Intestine is segment number what, children? Tell me. Intestine is segment number 15 onwards. Till the last segment, intestine is going to be found. Alright. Now I'd like you to see what's written in your NCERT textbook. Now they say intestine starts from the 15th segment onwards, continues till the last segment. Now in the intestine, there are a pair of conical and short intestinal cecae. Alright. Now where are they present, intestinal cecae? On the 26th segment. Okay. Can you see over here? Yes. They are projecting, but they're starting from segment number 26. These are intestinal cecae. Alright. They will be basically secreting digestive juices. Alright. Then the main feature after the 26th segment is that after 26th segment, there is going to be, if I take a cross section of the earthworm, okay, from 26th segment onwards, if we take a cross section at this region, okay, inside the digestive system, I'm talking about this part here. If I take a cross section, then I will see that inside there is a large fold. A large fold. Does this remind you of anything? Does this remind you of your intestinal villi? Intestinal villi. So what's happening here? This is a large fold present. This large fold which is present is called as the typhlosole. It's called as the typhlosole. So there will be other folds present too. For what? For absorption. There will be other folds present. But this one fold is going to last throughout. And from where? Right after the 26th segment, it is present. Okay, after the 26th segment, it is going to be present. That's why you call it as the typhlosolar. You call it as the typhlosolar part of the intestine. Okay, a typhlosole is present. Clear, everyone? Okay, so the characteristic feature of intestine after 26th segment, except the 23rd to 25th, is the presence of internal medial fold of dorsal wall. It's called as the typhlosole. So typhlosole is this big area, and because of this, you can see how the area for absorption will increase. Is this clear, everyone? Is this clear, everyone? And then finally, the last is going to be the anus, which will be present at the last segment. Okay, so here we go. Mouth is terminal. Then comes buccal cavity. 1 to 3. Muscular pharynx 4th segment. Narrow esophagus 5 to 7. Gizzard is 8 to 9. Stomach is 9 to 14. And intestine is 15 till the last segment. Okay. Intestinal cecae 26th segment, and they are paired. Typhlosole from 25th to 35th segment is present, the typhlosole, for increasing the surface area for absorption. And anus is present in the last segment. Clear? Now we move on to circulatory system of the earthworm. Talking about circulatory system, first of all, it is a closed circulatory system. Okay, closed circulatory system. Blood is red in color, but the blood cells which are there, okay, and hemoglobin is not found inside the cell. Hemoglobin is rather dissolved in the plasma. In our body, hemoglobin is found inside the blood cells, RBC, not for earthworms. Okay, they are found inside the plasma. Now, also you can see the names of some important blood vessels. Okay, you can see over here segment number 1, 2, just for reference. On the top, this over here is the dorsal blood vessel. Okay, then these over here, it doesn't have a well-defined proper heart-like structure, but yes, these are lateral hearts. Why are they called as lateral hearts? Because those are going to be the vessels which behave as pumping organs. So that's why it's called as the heart. Also, other vessels which will be pumping are these over here. They're called as the lateral esophageal heart. Tell me kids, esophagus means segment number 5 to 6. Okay, so these will be also, they are also going to be helping in pumping them. Okay, then we see here ahead, the blood is red because of hemoglobin, but hemoglobin is dissolved in the plasma. Then Typhlosul is present till segment 35. Hemoglobin is not in the blood cells, it is found in the plasma, and plasma contains other cells. Plasma also has got cells which are behaving like WBCs. That's why I am saying that they are phagocytic in nature. Alright, so that's all about the circulatory system. Now important part, and a part which might be a little confusing, is the excretory system. In excretory system, we see that they have nephridia. Okay, nephridia will be able to do one important function. This is asked as MCQs. They are able to regulate the volume and composition of the body fluids. That is the work of nephridia. Now, talking about nephridia, let's see what are the different types of nephridia. Alright, here we have one, pharyngeal nephridia. Second, integumentary nephridia. Third, septal nephridia. Three different types of nephridia present. Okay, pharyngeal, integumentary and septal nephridia. Now what you need to know is, where are they present? Clear everyone? Where are they present? So, pharyngeal nephridia, everyone please pay attention. Pharyngeal nephridia are present as three paired tufts. Three paired tufts. Can you see these here? Tufts of pharyngeal nephridia. Okay, I'll just color them as yellow. Three paired tufts of pharyngeal nephridia. And those are present in segments number 4th, 5th and 6th. 4th, 5th and 6th. You know what they do? Whatever is the excretory waste in that region, they will bring it, they will put it inside the digestive system. They will put it inside the digestive system, and then all that waste. Do you remember I told you that the pharynx is muscular? Do you remember I told you it has a muscular pharynx? So all that waste will, with the help of that muscular pharynx, it will come out through the mouth. It will come out through the mouth. Okay, so do you remember I told you that pharynx is muscular for a definite reason? Because all the excretory waste coming from the pharyngeal nephridia will be removed out with the help of the muscular pharynx. Clear everyone? How do you remember the segments number? This is something you will have to just keep on practicing. You will eventually remember it. And that's why I'm doing it now, so that read it now, read it a couple of days before your NEET exam. You will be able to remember it in the exam. Okay, so ye wala aur ek baar. Listen, the pharyngeal nephridia present on segment 4, 5 and 6. Whatever excretory waste are present around it, it will take that waste, it will put it inside the alimentary canal, and all that waste will be thrown out through the mouth. It's like it is vomiting out the excretory waste. Is this clear? Next comes the integumentary nephridia. Integument means what, children? Integument means skin. Okay, this is hence attached to the lining of the body wall. Okay, now where is it present? Look, it is present from segment 3 till the last segment. Okay, so right from segment number 3. Now as I told you, okay, let me just erase this for us and make it clean. Okay, so as I told you, okay, pharyngeal nephridia are present over here. Pharyngeal nephridia are present here, right? That's pharyngeal nephridia. But if we talk about the integumentary nephridia, if you talk about the integumentary, that is present even before that. It's present on 3. It is even present on 4, 5 and 6. And it goes all the way down, all the way up to the last segment. So it is overlapping. So segment number 4, 5 and 6, have got two types of nephridia. They are integumentary nephridia and pharyngeal nephridia. Segments 4, 5 and 6 contain integumentary and pharyngeal. Then coming to the last type of nephridia, that is the septal nephridia. That septal nephridia we see are present from 15 till the last. So children, if we see here, okay, segment 3 till last. Which nephridia? Integumentary. Okay, then segment 4, 5, 6. Which nephridia? Pharyngeal nephridia. Then 15 till last contains the septal nephridia. Is this clear? So there are overlappings happening. Alright, overlappings are going to be happening there. Clear? And can you see here? Can you see over here? There's a beautiful diagram. They have shown very clearly how the nephridia looks like. So this part over here that I'm drawing, this is what the nephridia is. This is where the nephritio pore is. Okay, this over here, nephritio pore. Nephritio pore. Clear? Now let's see the nervous system. Now nervous system, just like you've seen in earthworm, over here also it is made up of ganglia. Now what is ganglia? A group of, ganglia means nothing but group of cytons. Okay, so now if you see the situations of the ganglia, there are a pair of ganglia which are located above the pharynx. Then there is a pair of ganglia which is located below the pharynx, and then there's going to be a part which will help to connect these two. Alright, so if we go ahead and label this will be the suprapharyngeal ganglia. This will be the subpharyngeal ganglia. I'm not sure if you can see that. You can't see that, right? That is the, sorry kids, that is the subpharyngeal ganglia. Okay, and these what you're seeing here, 1 and 2, those are the connectives. Those are the connectives. So this whole structure that you're seeing here, this whole structure is nothing but the nerve ring. This structure that you're seeing here is the nerve ring. That's the nerve ring. Is this clear, everyone? And this is all present in segments number 3 and 4. Segments number 3 and 4 contain this nerve ring, and then the nerve ring will continue as a nerve cord through the ventral surface. Okay, through the ventral surface as a nerve cord. Is this clear? Now I'd like to come to the reproductive system of the earthworm. Now for reproductive system, I would like you all to come to your NCERT textbooks. Okay, I will just add it here. Just a second, kids. Okay, so here we go. Is everyone able to see my screen? I hope so. Is everyone able to see my screen? Perfect. Let's do this directly from the NCERT textbook because each and every line is important here. As we know that earthworm is hermaphrodite, means it is bisexual. Okay, so we see that testes and ovaries both are present in the same individual. Alright, then we see that here are the testes. Okay, here are the testes. Now, where are they present? Segment 10 and 11. So, there are two pairs of testes present in 10th and 11th segment. So, two pairs of testes. Okay, let's see where they are talking about. This is one pair and this is the second pair. Two pairs of testes are present, right? Then, we see ahead that their vasa differentia, okay, is going to run up to the 18th segment, and over there they will join with the prostatic duct. So, here is their vasa differentia. It's going to go all the way up to the 18th segment, and when it reaches the 18th segment, it will join with the prostatic duct. Okay, prostatic duct, and this what you're seeing here is the prostate gland. Okay, this is the prostate gland. Okay, then two pairs of accessory glands are present, one pair in each of 17th and 19th segments. So, 17th and 19th segment, two pairs of the accessory glands are present. Here are the accessory glands, one over here, accessory glands, and one over here, accessory glands. Okay, found the two pairs of them. Then, we see ahead the common prostate and spermatic duct, that is the vasa differentia. Okay, this is it, vasa differentia. Okay, that is the one which ran up to the 18th segment. That is going to open into the exterior. How is it going to open into the exterior? By a pair of male genital pores. Now, if you remember, where were exactly the male genital pores? Everyone, do you remember that? Where were male? They were paired. But male genital pores, where were they located? Where were the male genital pores located? Let's go back to that. You'll be able to understand which part I'm talking about. Just see over here, kids. Male genital pore, I told you it was located in segments number 18. Do you remember this? Pair of male genital pores. So let's come back to where our textbook is. देखो यहाँ पे. So, male genital pores present on the ventrolateral side of 18th segment. What is going to open over here? What is going to open in this region? Exactly. That's where the vas difference is going to be opening, right? Then, four pairs of spermatica. Do you remember where four pairs of spermatica are located? They were present on the grooves. They were present in the intersegmental septae. They were present in the intersegmental septae. Clear? Then, they are the ones located in 6, 7, 8 and 9. 6, 7, 8 and 9 segments. Okay. Then, they receive, what do? They're going to receive and store sperms. They will receive and they will store the spermatozoa while copulation takes place. Alright. Now, let's move on to the female reproductive system. We see that there is going to be only one pair of ovaries. Only one pair of ovaries is present, and it is attached to the intersegmental septum of the 12th and 13th segment. So here it is. 12th and 13th segment. Where are we talking about? Which part? Over here. This is where one pair of ovary present, right? Then, ovarian funnels are present. Here is the ovarian funnel looking just like an oviduct. They are present beneath the ovary and they are going to continue into the oviduct. So, these are the funnels and this is the oviduct. I'll just color it. This is the oviduct. Correct? They are going to continue, they are going to join and they will open as the single female pore that is on the 14th segment. So that's exactly how I told you in this very beginning slide that kids, the male genital pores are present in segment number 18 and the female is going to be present in segment number 14. Male genital pores are there, they are paired. Female has only one opening and that is on segment 14, right where the clitellum is. Alright. So, what do we see here? There is going to be an exchange. Alright. So, we see here, I'll change the color. There's going to be a mutual exchange of sperms. Okay, and that too it occurs in worms during mating. So during mating, if you saw this diagram over here, you can see that while they're going to mate, okay, while mating, the two worms, okay, obviously mating will happen between two worms. So while mating, the two worms are going to be in a, you can say, in a juxtaposing. They are going to be mating by juxtaposing. Juxtaposing means they're going to be in opposite directions. If one's first segment is this direction, then the other's first segment will be in the opposite direction. Okay, so that's what we call as juxtaposing. So worms are going to find another worm and they mate juxtaposing, where opposite gonadal openings are going to exchange sperm packets. So sperms will be released by one worm. It will be taken up by the other worm, and it's going to be taken up in a in the region. And what is that sperm packet going to be called as? Spermatophores. So spermatophores will be taken up. Alright, the mature sperm and the egg cells and nutritive fluid are going to be deposited. Now where are they going to be deposited? First of all, a cocoon will be formed. Okay, a cocoon will be formed. Who is forming cocoon? Cocoon is produced by clitellum. Do you remember I told you clitellum is glandular? So the glands of the clitellum will contribute in producing the cocoon. The cocoon will be produced. Then fertilization and development occur within the cocoon, which are deposited in the soil. So basically what happens is, one worm is going to give off the spermatophores. The next one will take the spermatophores and they're going to be storing it. As the egg is released, the spermatophores will fertilize the egg, and then the clitellum will give out secretions to build a cocoon. The cocoons are stuck on the top of the earthworm. Then soon as the cocoon is formed, it's done. The cocoon will fall off into the soil. As it falls off into the soil, that is where it's going to be developing. Okay, so we see here the ova, the eggs are fertilized by the sperm cells inside the cocoon, and then the cocoon will slip off the worm. Okay, as it slips off the worm, it is going to be deposited on the soil. Cocoon holds the worm embryos, and after 3 weeks, each cocoon produces 22 to 20 baby worms. Alright, average 4. Each cocoon average has 4 worms, but they can have 2 to 20 baby worms. Is this clear? Development of earthworms is basically, it is direct. Okay, there is no larva formed. It's directly embryo. It is direct development with no larva formation at all. Is this clear, everyone? So we have completed earthworm. Okay, you can always go ahead and watch a replay of this and make sure that all the important points of your NCERT have been understood by you. Alright, so I would like to take this opportunity that I'd like you all to, if you haven't done so far, please like the video. If you found it useful for you, please do share it with your friends so that they can get this topic covered too. And also for all of those who are just with me on YouTube, alright, please, I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you about the Vedantu ProLite course, okay, for those who are attempting NEET in the year 2023, alright. So this is basically going to be all recorded lectures with live in-class doubt solving with our professional class teachers. Yes, the lectures will be scheduled, there will be class recording, but in doubt lectures, there's going to be live doubt sessions, and also in-class feedback will be taken for you. There will be interaction because your friends will be there at the very same time. You will be provided with the class notes and assignments right after the session. There will be tests conducted every fortnightly for you, as well as revisions taking place. Alright, even a test series will be there so that you know what your position is. Alright, this the Vedantu Lite course is only for 8,000 for 1 year. Alright, completely 1 year for those who are attempting NEET in 2023. Now, This 1 year subscription is going to include all the chapters, all the topics for physics, chemistry, zoology and botany. Alright, please remember this light course is a recorded course. Okay, if you go, whereas for classic or for plus, this is the live courses where you will have direct interaction with the master teachers. Alright, so yes, for 1 year, if it is a recordings only with live class doubt solving, 8,000. If you're going for the classic where it is live classroom with the live master teacher at that time, 18,000 for 1 year. And if you go for the plus version where there are many more added advantages, where you even get to avail a personal teacher so that all your concepts are revised with the help of a teacher sitting one-on-one with you. Alright, so yeah, there are easy payment options also available for all of you, but please do consider this if at all you find that it is heavy on your budget. So that's exactly the reason why we've made this AL recordings for you, so that all of those who feel that this is expensive, it will become affordable for you. Alright, so yes, there are many advantages. Please do, if you would like to, please take a screenshot of this and go through the differences between them. Alright, and yes, so as I'd like to mention that with this 1 year course, you will always get a full syllabus interactive session. You get access to the recordings all the way up till your NEET exam in 2023. You will also be getting Tattva textbook. Tattva is the book which we here have made with our expert teachers, consisting of the content and also a lot of MCQs, the greatest hand-picked MCQs which is there for all the subjects. Alright, there are 258 assignments throughout the whole year with around with many MCQs each, so that you know that each and every MCQ that can be asked for this chapter will be found in your assignments, in your test, in your PDFs. So that is covering almost around 250 to 300 MCQs per chapter. That is super awesome. Alright, now 12th class syllabus we are planning on, it is going to be covered for you, the whole 10th 12th standard, by November 2022. And after November, from December onwards till next year, until whenever your NEET exam will be there will be continuous revision sessions of 11th as well as 12th standard. So that you don't ever, it's not like, okay, exam, syllabus done and tata bye bye. Not at all. We are there with you until your NEET exam with constant revisions. There might be even a chance where, the whole 11th, the whole 12th portion is revised, not once, but even twice or even 3 times. So that is, kids, that's super awesome. Okay, you get a strategically planned, route all the way up till your NEET exam. The pricing is only and only 8,000. If there are any questions that you have about this course and the different courses, please find the WhatsApp number over here, and you can just text over there that you're a student and you are having this question after watching my session. So please write it down over there. Okay, if you've not done so far, please do subscribe to the channel, and please, if this video has been helpful to you, I hope you hit the like button. Alright, thank you everyone, and yes, I hope that if at all you do subscribe for the course, please do ensure you put the coupon code SIPRO. Okay, you put the coupon code SIPRO just so that you get a discount. Alright kids, I will see you again. Animal Kingdom, we will see whether I'll teach or not, but definitely quizzes are coming up. We have a lot of quizzes lined up in the next few weeks. Alright kids, bye-bye. Bye everyone.